Tituku Masoret HaMikra, Parashat Beresheet 4. Now we're going to mention the word Elokim in Perek Aleph, Pasuk Aleph. The Ibn Ezra writes, why is this in the plural? Elokim. It could have said God, singular. So in the Kim, God for Has Shalom, that is more than one. But it's still pronounced and written Elokim in the plural. So he writes there, Ibn Ezra writes, he says, this is Lashon Abim. Why? Because it's Lashon Shel Kavod. I'm abstracting some of what he wrote in a very long part right in the beginning, very long explanation of the first pasuk. So this is Derech Kavod. And he says it's used in Lashon Ishmael. It's also used in other languages that when you refer to someone of greatness, or in this case, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, we refer to them both in Hebrew and also in Arabic and in other languages in the plural, not in the singular, even though the verbs associated with that particular name are in the singular. They're not plural. For example, Bereshit, bara, Elokim. Bara is he created, right? But Elokim is the plural. But so in other words, the verbs used with the plural form for God or for any type of honorific is in the plural. Is in the verb is in the singular. The noun is in the plural. Now, by the way, he mentions the following. It's not just God's name. Also, Adonim and Be'alim, right? They're also, even when it's talking about human beings, they're also in the plural because of their names of kavod. For example, Velakah Be'alav. Be'alav is Be'alim Shelo, his masters. Velakah, singular. And the same thing with the word, for example, Adonim Kasher. There's a pasuk in Yeshayahu that way. And also, for example, we have Im Adonav Yiten Lo in Parashat Mishpatim. Im Adonav Adonim Shelo, his masters in the plural sense, but Yiten, singular verb. And the same thing here, Bara Elokim. The Radak, on the other hand, he says it's not just that. He says it's also that the word, for example, for Elokim, is also used for a shofet. We see in Parashat in Mishpatim, right, that they use the word Elokim. In fact, there it says Elohim, and it means the shofet, or Moshe Manhig. So and he says the reason why those honorifics are also called in the plural is because they have reign or influence over many people, over Rabbim. So therefore, they're also called in Lashon Rabbim. The Zekuni actually explains it according to the Ben Ezra, that it's also Lashon Kavod. And we say this often, even in the Tefillah, God's name often is mentioned as Elokim, because it is the plural, the name of greatness and power that when you refer to a God, to the God, our God, often we'll talk about the God in the plural sense.